Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. The first to act or create always appears more original and impressive than those who follow. When succeeding a great figure, surpassing them requires extraordinary effort. Remaining in their shadow stifles identity and progress. To truly rise, one must abandon imitation, break ties with the past, and establish a unique legacy. Power comes not from continuation, but from reinvention. Transgression of the law. Louis XV, inheriting the throne from his legendary great-grandfather, the Sun King, was given the finest education in statecraft. However, once in power, he abandoned responsibility, prioritizing pleasure over governance. His court mirrored his decadence, filled with opportunists who indulged in excess, while France's financial and political foundations crumbled. His negligence set the stage for disaster. This example illustrates how inheriting power without struggle often leads to complacency. Unlike his predecessor, who built an empire from turmoil, Louis XV had no personal necessity to lead with vision or discipline. Without a void to fill, he became inert, proving that inheritance alone does not bestow greatness, only action does. Observance of the law. Alexander the Great despised his father, King Philip of Macedonia, viewing him as a cunning but unimpressive ruler. Determined to surpass him, Alexander deliberately cultivated boldness, discipline, and strategic genius. When Philip was assassinated, Alexander ignored cautious advice, swiftly consolidating power and embarking on an unprecedented campaign to conquer the Persian Empire and beyond. This example illustrates the importance of psychological and strategic separation from powerful predecessors. Rather than merely inheriting his father's kingdom, Alexander obliterated Philip's legacy by carving his own. His success stemmed from actively defying the past, proving that true greatness demands creating, not inheriting. Keys to power. The father figure, real or symbolic, often represents an oppressive past. Whether through rebellion, reinvention, or outright rejection, true power comes from stepping beyond their influence. Legends from Moses to Hercules emphasize the necessity of starting from nothing without a predecessor's shadow to build something truly original. Power thrives in a vacuum. Those who blindly follow predecessors limit their own potential. The boldest leaders, like Louis XIV and Augustus, rejected their forebears' methods, constructing new symbols of authority. Rather than being an extension of the past, they made themselves the origin of a new era. The most effective way to escape a predecessor's shadow is through radical differentiation. Mao Zedong rejected Confucian tradition. JFK rejected Eisenhower's stiffness, and Louis XIV refused to rule from the Louvre. By crafting their own image, they made imitation obsolete and secured their unique authority. The greatest innovators find unoccupied spaces to dominate. Pericles became a champion of the people in aristocratic Athens. Velázquez chose a rough, unprecedented painting style, and MacArthur refused to follow military precedents. By rejecting established formulas, they created their own paths to power. Blindly imitating past successes is a fatal mistake. Every era is different, and what worked before may not work again. Those who rigidly follow their predecessors often fade into irrelevance. Only those who burn the old rulebook and think independently can stay ahead in the game of power. Comfort and security breed stagnation. Many powerful figures, from Tennessee Williams to Dostoevsky, only created their best work when they forced themselves into hardship. True leaders constantly reinvent themselves, resisting the urge to rest on past achievements. To remain relevant, one must always be evolving. Reversal of the law. Occasionally, using a great predecessor's image to gain power can be a strategic advantage, if done temporarily. Napoleon III capitalized on his uncle's legacy to rise, but quickly distinguished himself to avoid unrealistic expectations. Imitation should be a stepping stone, not a crutch. Those who fail to detach from their predecessor risk being seen as mere shadows rather than leaders in their own right.